The Chicago Bears been on a bye week and football is back. On today's episode, we got the mailbags. And then you already know we got to talk about this matchup versus the Washington Commanders. Will Jayden Daniels play? Does it really matter? And me and C-Dubb, we got some bold predictions on today's episode. Y'all know we're going to talk about it and break it down right after this.
Tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm joined in by my guy, C-Dubb. What's the word?
What's the word? We almost here. Seemed like it been forever since the Bears played, bro.
For real, it was a long week, not gonna lie. But for those that are joining us for the first time, welcome in. Hit the like button and subscribe. And to our family members that's right back in tune with us, welcome back. But C-Dubb, the highly anticipated matchup versus the Washington Commanders is going to kick off tomorrow. Was a game that was supposed to be in the afternoon block, early in that block. It was a game that was flexed. Jayden Daniels dealing with a little bit of a rib injury. He did practice yesterday, which was Friday. So there is a chance that he can play. So the question to you is, does Jayden Daniels play? And it doesn't really matter, in your opinion.
First off, if I'm Jayden Daniels, and I would never say that I'm Jayden Daniels, but I'm talking about the situation. Jayden Daniels, you've been hearing all the praise been given to you. You got the first real matchup. I know Lamar Jackson is probably the best quarterback in the league to me right now, but this is a vie for the rookie of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's smoke right now. So I do think that he gonna do everything that he could to get on the football field, but it's ultimately up to Dan Quinn. But if I had to bet my money, I'd say he get out there. And then when it comes to does it matter? Hell no. It don't matter to us. We just trying to win games, build up that win-loss record, because we got a gauntlet at the end of this that we need every leeway that we can have, bro. So it don't matter if it's Mariota. It don't matter if it's Jayden Daniels. It don't matter if it's Dan Quinn and running that quarterback. We coming to win.
I'm with you on that. Me personally, I think Jayden Daniels plays. He is a young man, and if he was able to take a few days, it was a rib injury, but nothing reportedly saying that he had cracked ribs or anything like that. If it was a cracked rib situation, I'd absolutely be willing to sit him down, but it seemed like it's just a little bit of soreness. I think Jayden Daniels is going to play. He knows what's at stake with this matchup, and I think that both of these quarterbacks need to give us the matchup we want to see. Commanders fans been talking real greasy, so we want to see them put it on wax, and we want to get them a matchup that we gonna see. But it doesn't really matter. I think you was right on the head with that one. It's simply because what Jalen Johnson told me and told everybody else, all Bears fans around the world. I don't give a damn who the quarterback is. We trying to whoop their ass, and I'm all on board with that statement. So I want him to play, and I want to whoop his ass. That's just me. We'll see what happens on Sunday for sure. But C-Dubb, you know how we do all these mailbag episodes, especially the day before game day. We drop bold predictions for the game. What do you have?
For my first bold prediction, I think Caleb been salivating and chomping at the bit. This will be Caleb Williams' best game as a pro. And I know that could sound unbelievable to y'all, but just take my word.
The last game he played was cold. He performed well.
Bro, I'm just telling you.
It's gonna be better than that.
Yes, this is gonna be his best game so far. I'm telling you. Second pole position prediction is DJ Moore. It's been a long time since DJ Moore had a, you know what I'm saying, like a excellent game. since last they played the Washington Commanders. DJ Moore part 2 today. Next game.
Tomorrow.
Big time game. Over 150 yards for DJ Moore. Over 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns or more for DJ Moore.
Damn.
And at 3, Austin Booker introduces himself to the NFL, really, because I know most of y'all ain't paying attention. At least 2 sacks for Austin Booker this game.
Oh, with the snaps going up, I ain't mad at those bold predictions. My first bold predictions, I was on par with you. I said Caleb Williams throws 3 touchdowns.
I see.
That was one of them. Another one, we kind of thinking the same. Another one that I had is that DJ Moore leads the Bears in receiving yards. I think he just gonna be that guy. I think it's gonna be the yak.
Yeah.
It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? We the cognac boys, and DJ Moore gonna have a lot of yak tomorrow. So get ready. And C-Dubb, I know you called on Austin Booker. I'm calling on Montez Sweat. Where you at? Montez Sweat gets 2 sacks minimum tomorrow.
Ooh, I like all 3 of those.
And the Bears defense, as an honorable mention, the Bears defense gonna cause 3 turnovers. Get ready.
Do they keep them under 21, nephew?
I think it's a tall task, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they do.
17 points for Washington Commanders. That's all I'm giving you. That's the most you can get. That's it. I'm just saying. Y'all about to play a real team. Y'all played a real team last week. Y'all playing a real team this week. So we're gonna see what's up this game. Let's get it.
For sure. We definitely gonna see what's up with this game. Again, it does not matter if Jayden Daniels plays or not. We need this dub. But y'all make sure y'all go ahead and let us know y'all thoughts and everything down below. Even drop some of your bold predictions. Let's see what's gonna take place in tomorrow's game versus the Washington Commanders. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the live event. We hope that we've been putting it out there since literally a week ago. If you still haven't seen it or didn't notice, it was canceled. But we are working on something else, and we're going to make this one pop because it ain't going to be nothing that's going to mess up our schedules when it pop. So get ready. But hey, now it's time to jump into the mailbag aspect of this episode. C-Dubb, we're going to kick this thing off. We're going to get started. Here's the voicemail from Ant.
Ant. Yo, what up, fellas? It's your boy Ant. Calling because I was sitting back watching the games over the weekend. You know, our beloved Bears had the bye week, but I'm sitting there watching the rest of the division games and contemplating on how we can line up with those games. Came to the realization that we match up really well with a lot of these teams. So Minnesota, not as difficult a team as I thought. You get past a blitz or withstand a blitz for the first part, and they regular set defense is absolute trash. That's how Detroit smashed them. And Jared Goff is phenomenal against the blitz, but we don't blitz that much. So when and if we do blitz him, we should get home more than Minnesota did. But he sucks when it comes to disseminating the ball throughout the rest of the offense whenever they don't have, let's say, time for the receivers to get open or whatever. Like, he panics, and plus our pass rush gets through offensive line. And Green Bay, one thing that concerns me with all these teams is they run game. I'm not worried about Jordan Love passing the ball because he went up against a good defense against Texans, and what happened? Threw 2 picks. They got the game-winning drive, but those wing and the prayers he couldn't get through. So those division games are going to be interesting, but the Bears match up pretty good with those division games. The other thing I want to touch on is seeing Haize on the live today talking about the trade potential and sitting still. I'm cool with us sitting still and not making the trade just to see how the team match up with all these other, teams and what we got now. So by the end of the season, we know exactly what we need to go after in the draft or the off season with free agents and stuff like that. So I'm cool with sitting still. But if we do make a move, I'd rather us go to the defensive side than the offensive line. The offensive line, I'd rather them grow with Caleb Williams than not grow with him. You know what I'm saying? Build that cohesiveness, that bond, than just plug and playing guys on the offensive line because Nate Davis ain't work out. Kevin Jenkins is not, you know what I'm saying, doing what he's supposed to except the last couple of weeks. But if you go out and get somebody like a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby, I'm set with that. And for those guys, I think it'll take us giving up that Panthers second round pick to get a guy like Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. So I'm with that, but whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? But as always, let me know what you guys think about that. Shot time up, better down. Have a good one.
All right. So we heard from Ant. Shout out to you, my guy. Thanks for calling in. C-Dubb, what you got?
Looking at the landscape of the NFC North and how we match up against them, I agree with you. We definitely match up pretty well, and probably bad matchup for some of these teams in our division. The Minnesota Vikings is one of those teams that I think, because the way I've been watching them the last couple weeks, we are a bad matchup for the Minnesota Vikings. Counting that Caleb Williams gets that ball out really, really fast, that's going to be a problem for them. And if they can't get home, I agree with you. Their base defense is a little mid. When you get to the Green Bay Packers, they okay. I think their defense is a little bit overblown. They're getting a lot of turnovers, but we'll see. We'll see. And the quarterback is kind of the ultimate gunslinger. Like, he wears that moniker. Like, he's probably the most gunslingiest quarterback in NFL history. He will throw that bitch up, and whoever gets it. And then the Detroit Lions is a solid team, probably the one that we match up pretty evenly with. But they have a quarterback in the last two games, and basically the last two games you really can count to this new iteration of Chicago Bears defense. He have 5 total interceptions in the last 2 games against the Bears. So all it is getting pressure on Jared Goff, and he just falls apart. So I'm not worried about anybody in the division. We'll wait and see. I'm giving they respect, but we gonna see.
We absolutely will see. For me, the division, those games are going to come down to the trenches. All these teams that you're going to be going against, they got some decent offensive lines, but I also think that, well, good offensive lines, but I also think that there are some injuries around the division that will impact and could potentially change the outlook of this division. You talking about the injury to Aiden Hutchinson for Detroit. You talking about the left tackle that just went down for the Minnesota Vikings. And Green Bay, they still a relatively healthy squad. So I think that's just a mental thing. But we'll see. We'll see when those matchups come. And I think that the Bears at best have to go 3-3 if they want to have a chance to make this playoffs. And then when it comes to the trade, me personally, I don't necessarily think that Ryan Post is going to be one to give up a lot of capital, but I could be very well be wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. But appreciate the call, Ant. We're going to keep this thing pushing on, C-Dubb. This next one is from Book.
Yo, Bobby C-Dubb, this Book, man. Blessings to you and yours. What's good? Talking about this game tomorrow, man. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't think Jayden's gonna play, and I really don't think he should. If you have any type of injury to your midsection, the ribs, man. I've had fractured ribs, man. It's hard to breathe. It hurts to swallow everything, man. So you want to try to get out there and think you're gonna run around against this defense, man. Just go ahead and heal up, man. Save yourself some trouble. But in the end, it don't matter to me what QB plays. I think the Bears will win this game. My prediction, I got the Bears 33 and I got them 19. So the under 21 streak still lives. But it's gonna be a good game. But I think the Bears gonna pull away with it eventually after a couple of turnovers. And this is another thing I gotta say, man, which kills me, man. This is how I always talk about and always bring up the Chicago bias because it's blatantly obvious and it's funny to me. You cannot in one breath talk about, well, the Bears have only played this team. The Bears have only played that team. The Bears have only played Carolina. And then in the same breath talk about how good Washington looked when they played Carolina. What kind of shit is that? It's just funny, man. It's like your bias is all over your face, man, and just stop it, man. But I'm the type of person that I've been saying for the longest. I don't care about the media attention, about the media attention and the media positivity. I want y'all to keep that same energy with my team because y'all have always been against the Chicago Bears, any Chicago team, period, because for some reason in the sports world, there's a Chicago bias, but we always get by proving folks wrong. So we'll be proving them wrong again tomorrow. That's all I got to say, man. Again, blessings to you and yours. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Haize, Big Kev, Steve-O, Chicago up, bear down, and I'll holler.
All right. Well, appreciate your book. Thanks for calling in, man. Blessed to you and yours as well. And when it comes to the last point that you made through your voicemail, I'm with you on the side of the media. Look, they're going to do what they do. And they've been showing us who they are since they've been showing us who they are. Me, I would say that through the first 6 weeks, if you compare both quarterbacks, you'll get a nod to Jayden Daniels. But these guys act like he's head and shoulders over this man. Yeah, they act like he's head and shoulders. He's not. He's in the league. Don't get me wrong. 6 weeks, he's in the league. But he ain't that far off. Caleb ain't that far off, and it's okay. That's why I'm hoping that he plays. We shall see. Because if he plays, and if we go out there and win and my quarterback has a good game, a lot of people going to be waking up Monday morning with socks in their mouth. What you got?
Yeah, I'm just looking at their strength of schedule, man, and they lost to the teams that are pretty good this season, like in the Buccaneers and the Ravens. All of their wins, and most of them have been blowouts has been against the bad teams of the NFL at this point in the NFL. So it's really the same thing as the Chicago Bears. It don't matter if they have 1 win or 2 wins or 3 wins in some cases. Some of those teams are really bad that they played. When it comes to, I think that Jayden Daniels should play or not, I think as thinking with a clear mind that he should not play against this type of physical defense. But throw that out the window. I think that you are a competitor, Jayden Daniels. I think that you will take care of yourself. And I think you should go out there and get up for this primetime game. They didn't flex it up for nothing. They ready to see some showtime. You need to get out there and get his nation a show. Because Caleb is. It's just up to you if you is. That's it.
Absolutely. I agree with that. But hey, thanks for calling in, Book. C-Dubb, we're going to keep this thing moving along. This next one is from Bishop.
Haize, Kevin, Cognac Boy, Steve-O. Man, I love CBC, man. Y'all the bomb. Of course, this is the homeboy, Bishop Lot down in Arizona, off of 43rd Lake Park, Chicago, Illinois, man, the low end, you know what I'm saying? But call with a couple of thoughts. Number one, I believe as a team on the offensive side and the O-line gets short up and the offensive players from quarterback to the receivers, tight ends, running backs, so forth and so on, adjust and refine their positions on the field and get used to playing against contingent teams, strong teams, that's going to make the Bears better. I think they have all the tools for greatness. But what is your thought about that? That's number one. The second thought, with Shane Waldron, doesn't he have to adjust his playing style to teams like Green Bay and Detroit? Because I don't think Minnesota is going to be a big problem for us. What are your thoughts? Definitely want to hear your ideas and thoughts about these 2 comments. Man, you guys keep up the good work. I like the new intro. And most of all, I just like how my homeboys kick the bobo and how y'all be smashing them clowns when they get on the line. It's Bishop Lot, Phoenix, Arizona. Chicago up, bear down. Love.
All right. So we heard from Bishop. Appreciate the call, my guy. C-Dubb, what you got?
I think you said how they remade the offensive line and have they been playing well for the last 3.5 games. Absolutely, they added a little stability. Those little moves like Bill Murray at guard and at the center position. It is
You
who's at
still
the center?
Coleman Shelton,
Still
and then
Coleman
you
Shelton
yeah, you added Matt Pryor as the right
and
guard as
Matt
well.
Pryor as the right guard, right? So I think those little maneuvers by the Chicago Bears have done wonders for the last 3.5 quarters. And we just look for them to keep steadily improving, and they have done so. Now, shout out to 43rd and Lake Park at the low end, too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to y'all. When it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, and I I I agree because I was one that thought that the Minnesota Vikings would be a problem, how much they blitz, but I've seen how the last couple games, how they played those teams. And when it comes to is Shane Waldron is going to make an adjustment for these guys. He's probably definitely going to make an adjustment because you definitely have to make adjustments to the type of defense that Minnesota plays. So it's automatically going to be some adjustments in terms of pass protection, route running, and what type of runs in or counter screens that you're going to make. So it's definitely going to be some adjustments made by Shane Waldron.
For sure. Me personally, I like what Shane Waldron has been doing the last 3.5 games. He's been taking the fight to the opposing team's defense. And I think that's what you're going to have to do when you go against the teams that's within your division who doesn't have a defense as strong as yours. I believe the Chicago Bears has the best defense in the division. And I think that the way that the play style that the Bears been playing with the last 3 weeks, getting downhill, making sure Swift gets his rhythm early on with a couple screen passes, quick passes, and then allowing him to run downhill. That's a formula to create a different style of fight that most of these teams don't see. We already know that division matchups are tough already. We know their tendencies, they know our tendencies. And it's just gonna come down to who wants it more. But I do love what Shane Waldron has been doing. Obviously, there's going to be some adjusting and game planning. I will say this: the last few weeks, you got a lot of good film on Minnesota. That's why they lost. You got a lot of good film on Green Bay. That's why they was in so many tight games. And I tell you, if Jordan Love turns the ball over 3 times versus the Chicago Bears, he ain't winning. That's just how I'm feeling right now. It is a mental hurdle versus the Green Bay Packers. We'll get there when we get there. But as of right now, we got 3 games we need to focus on. And it starts with the first one tomorrow. So we'll see. But hey, thanks for calling in, Bishop. C-Dubb, this next one, we going black yet again. Here's my reefer.
Howdy, C-Dubb, Haize, Stiff Cognac Boys. What's happening, fellas? It's your man, my reefer aside, black yet again, man. Listen, before I get into game week, man, for the Commanders game, I want to go in and cook this pale-faced, goat-mouthed ass, mop bucket head looking motherfucker, Kevin Fishbane from the Hogan John Show. This motherfucker looks like the son of Spangoolie without the makeup on, man. Listen, he's the most negative talking ass motherfucker about the Bears that I ever heard on a Bears podcast. I said, God damn, why they let his negative ass on the goddamn show? He ain't got shit good to say about the Bears. The Hollis Hall Bears organization should never allow him in the building to cover another team like the Chicago Bears ever again. He ain't got nothing good to say about the Bears. But his old ass up there with a microphone in his face, getting paid to talk negative and talk shit about the Bears, get his ass off the goddamn YouTube page, okay? Now, done with his ass. Now, let's move on. We're going to talk about this Washington Redskins game, okay? If you scared, go to church, okay? If you scared, get you a dog. But we don't give a damn about no Jayden Daniels and his top 5 offense and his broken ribs and his quarterback play. We'll give a damn about none of that. We got a top 5 defense that's going to shut that shit down, okay? Robinson is running good. That's okay. But if you heard Washington, he said, look here, man, if you looked at the tape
from the Jaguars, you're going to see that we shut down that run, okay? So that's going to be priority number one. They're going to shut down that run, and then they're going to shut down that quarterback, Daniels or Mariota. It don't give a damn who it now, okay? Then quarterback offense, Caleb Williams coming home, Montez Sweat coming back to Washington, and you know DJ Moore played in Maryland. So this is a home game for all three of them. They gonna come out and have fantastic games, okay? Now, fantastic. Now listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna get my prediction. I ain't gonna say no scope, but I'm gonna say the Bears is gonna win, and they're gonna win good. You hear me? They're gonna win good. So listen, that's what I gotta say. I'm gonna get up out of here because I got a place to go. I got people to see. But you know what I'm gonna say before I leave? It's Chicago up and bear down, baby. FGB. Let's go.
Y'all heard Marifa, FGB. Let's go. Hey, I know you was getting on somebody that's negative about the Chicago Bears. I forgot what you said his name was. My bad. But I got one more you can throw on out with him. Joe Cowley. Pack his ass up and throw him out of Chicago too. How you report on the Bulls and Bears and everything you say is negative? We hold the Bears accountable. But damn, we at least come out and show them props and give them love. Guys like Joe Cowley don't show no love when it's deserved. It's still always a backhanded compliment. Yeah. So if we gonna package bro up and throw him out for his negativity and not being objective when it comes to evaluating what you're seeing, let's just place him and Joe Cowley in a porta potty and ship them down the road.
He said a porta potty.
They have matched perfectly with the green and yellow that's in Green Bay. C-Dubb, what you got?
It's obvious when you look at the enthusiasm with the Chicago Bears. You can definitely tell how the Bears are doing if you listen to the Bears fans. So when you hear people like Kevin Fishbane, nephew, and Joe Cowley, you know what it is. It's just for the clicks, nephew. It's just for the clicks. That's all it is. We've been in this for 4 years. So you're going to always have those cynics when it comes to the Bears. And me also, I think that Jayden, you need to play, gang. Like, ain't nobody care, bro. Like, and I'm just wondering how they gonna call a game knowing that you got those tender ribs. Even though I do think that you should get out there and prove everybody wrong, I think they're gonna have to change the way that they play.
Get out that pocket and run, hit him.
He gonna have to
He's
stand.
a running back now.
Yep, you're gonna have to stand in that pocket and hope that offensive line can hold. Now I heard that they got some injuries on the offensive line.
That's what I heard too. I heard think the center is a bit banged up, and the other guys on the interior is a little banged up.
That ain't the correct position to be getting hurt at this time. Have you seen Dexter? Dexter has been absolutely fantastic. Hey man, enough of all that in and out. Washington Commanders, either say he in or say he out, and we don't care either way. Go kick ass. That's it.
Definitely go kick some ass. Appreciate the call, my Reefer C-Dubb. This last one is from Thaddeus. Here it is. Thad.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. This is Thaddeus from the south side of Chicago, West Chatham representing. Man, happy Friday. All I want to say is, brother, this is going to be a great weekend. We get to go to D.C. and we're going to kick some ass. But the premise of my call, man, is a couple of things, right? How do y'all feel about, man, because I know Pose, I just have a feeling Pose is going to be active during this trade deadline, man. I just hope, this is my wish, that I hope that he talks to the Chargers, man, to see if they'll take a fourth round or something for Khalil Mack. You know, if we can get Mack back on that line, man, come on, man, we'll be a beast. I have, if Mack if Mack come back, man, come on, man, we taking the division. We taking the division. That's if we could just work it to whereas, I mean, I know we can absorb that 1 year contract. I don't know about multiple years. I think this is his last year there, so. I mean, maybe he'll be a good rental for half a season, and maybe he can train Booker. I don't know, man. What's y'all thoughts on that, man? And then here's another thing, man. And I did some research, right? You know, the Bears used to have some cheerleaders, man. They used to be called the Honey Bears, man, in the 1970s and the early 80s. And I'm like, damn, man, where the Honey Bears? We need some Honey Bears, man. I mean, man, we can get some chicks from Roseland, Inglewood, uh, Rogers Park, man. Just get them from everywhere around the hood. The finest chicks in the hoods, man. Just get them honey bears, man. I mean, come on, man. What y'all thoughts about that, man? Maybe I'm tripping, man, but I'm just wondering why they don't have cheerleaders on the sideline. But they used to have cheerleaders. They were called the honey bears back in the day. So it's like, all right, but that's pretty much it, man. But what y'all think about the Mac bringing Mac back, or man, just I don't want them to spend that much draft capital, but if you can get Mac for a fourth and maybe throw in Nate Davis to the Chargers or Khalil Herbert, come on, man, that may work. That may work, man. I don't know. What y'all thoughts on that, man? I'm gonna get back, man. I know Sunday I'm gonna call again because it's gonna be a victory. I'm just calling on Friday. Happy Friday, brothers. Y'all stay safe, and I'm gonna get back. All right, peace.
All right, shout out to Thaddeus. Appreciate the call. Now, when it comes to Khalil Mack, me personally, I don't see it happening. I still think he got some left in the tank, and we seen that he's a pretty damn good pass rusher and still has been good for the Chargers. And then, yeah, we're gonna definitely see what happens. I lost my train of thought, so C-Dubb, go.
I do not know about Khalil Mack and that $19 million for this 1 year for Khalil Mack. Yeah, so are they gonna pay some of that? If they're gonna pay some of that, the Los Angeles Chargers, can you get them to pay some of that? I don't think so. I think that'll be he'll fit great with this team, absolutely. But I also think that the team that we have is pretty decent. Now, when you add the cheerleaders and you looking in the low end,
that's where I want to go. Yeah.
You looking at the low end, you looking at Jackson and Van Buren.
You looking in the wrong spots.
You looking at
boy, your ass gotta go to Bolingbrook. His ass gotta go to Downers Grove. You ain't getting no Inglewood chicks up in there to be the honey bears.
I ain't even gonna do that to my ladies. They can do it, Joe. It's just gonna be a little different.
Boy, yeah, I'ma just end it.
Nah, say what you gotta say, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, the Bears, these organizations, they go pull them for Bolingbrook. They might pull it from University Park, Richton Park, Matson. You got to look at the outskirts, bro. In the city, nah. They gonna say, nah. You gonna get a couple Boricuas off North Ave? Shit.
Bro, I ain't doing the ladies like that, bro. We can hold it down in the shop, bro.
Hold it down. I'm just saying. Bro. I know what I believe they are capable, but I know what the Bears are gonna do. They gonna say, y'all want this chick off North Ave? Nah. Y'all want this chick off Cottage Grove? Nah.
Virginia, like, okay, we need some new cheerleaders. All right, then we're gonna look throughout the city. No, start from Skokie and down. Gurney, Glenview.
Right. What? The real what? But hey, we appreciate all the people that called in today. C-Dubb, you got anything left?
Hey, man, shout out to all the fans, man. It's been a long time since we had a game like this, bro. It's been since like 2018 since a game of this importance. Enjoy it. Oh, bro, let's go.
Definitely enjoy it. That is it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode. Go ahead and leave your feedback, comments, concerns down in the comment box. If you want to be a part of the mailbag episode like this one, call in, state your name, leave your take. 773-242-9336 to get it done for you. But thank y'all so much. We up out of here. Chi-Town up and bet down, baby. We gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Baby.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.